Taurus. Welcome to Larisa Lili Temperance. Today we're doing your single love reading. This is a reading for manifesting love and bringing new love. So if you want to manifest an ex, that is totally up to you, Taurus, but my focus here is entirely on new love and what's coming in. So not that you can't, because again, this is about healing. I also talk about healing energies here. So anyways, I'll get into the lineup. To my subscribers, thank you so much. You guys have been amazing, so I appreciate you all. For those who are new, I'm very claircognizant, clairsentient, so I channel on all the energies prior to opening the read, so I already have channel messages for you. Also, just so you guys know, the lineup for this read is going to be overarching energies for the sign of Taurus in terms of what the reading will be kind of focused on, and then we'll look at your past heart chakra, things you experienced in your heart in the past. We'll look at how your heart needs to evolve, right? The heart chakra evolution. And then I also focus on sacral energy, sexual energy. I call it the thirsty sacral because as singles, some of us love us a really, really hot and spicy sexual experience, and there's nothing wrong with that. Now, for those who don't believe in that, that's also okay. But I also focus on how to transmute that sexual energy into healing energy. So we will pull healing energies, transmuting energies for the sacral for those who don't believe. So we're not here to judge because it's everyone's prerogative. This soul journey is for you and you only. And so you make what you want out of it. We don't need to judge anybody or bring in that energy here, Taurus. So this is for you. And then we'll look at your future person, of course. We're going to then look at your future person. We're going to look at the signs that your future person possibly will be, and then some timing as well. So let's just begin, Taurus. What is the overarching energy here in terms of big change and shift? Ooh. Yes, love it. The sun. So that means positive recognition. Now the channel messages just before I start for you, Taurus, was boundaries, wisdom, beauty, and fruition. Okay, so I see why we have the sun. So there's an illumination here. There's an illumination of everything you've learned up until this part. And this is also about you creating boundaries for yourself. This is appreciating your beauty, yourself, where you stand at this moment. And so I really feel you're in a state of appreciation, and you're really just gonna, like the other word was fruition. So you're really gonna just create, you're going to expand. And so here we have the sun, right? The sun is the most clarity, so much clarity and like light, enlightenment in your life. So congratulations, your plans have worked out perfectly. And now it's your time to shine. Brilliant new ideas will present themselves to you, and success is all but assured. Express yourself openly and honestly, knowing that those surrounding you are trustworthy. Be open to unexpected opportunities. And I feel like what I gravitated to here was express yourself openly and honestly. And I feel like that's where this beauty of yourself is going to kick in, because you're gonna have this self-confidence in you, Taurus, that you're obviously gonna like really express yourself extremely openly, like with zero fears, for a lot of you, Taurus. So let's see, what is the other guidance? What is the other guidance for Taurus? What's the other guidance for our singles for Taurus? And owning yourself. I feel like being really honest about owning yourself in who you're allowing in your space. So okay, you guys have two. Interesting. Spirit's giving me two this month so far. So we have passion. Yeah. So there is a burning fire inside of you waiting to come out. Time to get creative and work on what brings you joy and happiness. Doing what you love will give you energy and will attract like-hearted people in your life. And we also have facing fears. So you're running, but you can't hide. It is time to go within and face what you fear. What is holding you back in you living your best life? You're the only one who can. It starts with you and it ends with you. And I feel like this is under these fears. Are you actually facing some aspects of you that you have to create boundaries around, so you could be in the best version of yourself, endure those passions. You know, maybe past relationships were actually interfering with your creativity or being able to have mind space, like clear mind space. Like the dating life probably clouded you. I feel like you feel like it would rob you of mind space to be able to do other aspects of your life because it was emotionally draining. And so, I mean, some of you may have some level of fears in approaching dating again. And it's like, oh, I can't right now because it distracts me. But the sun is here. So you've been illuminated. You've got the wisdom, and you've got, and it's just going to bring abundance. So it doesn't matter. You have to trust in your own inner knowing. So Spirit, let's look at your past heart. So let's dig into your past here. So what is the past heart chakra for Taurus? Ooh. I mean, I see. Give me more. Okay, so that's fast. Of course. So we have sadness and isolation. We have confront and reach out. And I feel, so we have 2 3s. So okay, 3 is the Trinity. So this was this is what I'm saying. 3 is the Trinity, your mind, body, and spirit. And I feel like there was an interruption to this. There was an interruption in terms of your connections to your ability to pursue things. Again, an imbalance to your mind and your body and your spirit. I feel a sense of imbalancement that was happening in the past with your connections. You didn't feel like you were thriving. You felt like you were like, bleh, kind of like they weren't adding to you. Again, the 3 is about advancement as well. The 3 is about expansion. Remember, the 3 in the major arcana is the Empress. So this is about creativity and abundance. Again, your passions. And so there was a lot of stifling of your energy. I feel your energy in general, because it doesn't have to be, for some of you, it doesn't have to be these massive creative projects and this and that. It could just be of your abundant energy, your life force, your happiness, your, just being relaxed within yourself, within your body. And so here we have reach out and confront. And I feel like there was situations where you would try to confront the situation or confront these, your concerns, and you never really truly felt you were able to express yourself. And so it had no reach. I feel here with this reach out, it had no reach. It's like no one met you at your level. You see these hands here? You never felt like anyone met you at your level. And so, yeah, you were constantly feeling some level of isolation because, again, it's not in your level. If someone's not in your wavelength, you're going to feel alone. It's like, what is wrong with this space? Now, for others of you, Taurus, I do feel it was this need to set healthy boundaries, right? So it was a lot of fears, because Spirit also said boundaries, and your inability to really state what that is, maybe out of fear of losing the connection, losing the opportunity with someone, or maybe feeling judged in some way, right? Maybe even playing small sometimes, right? So let's see what the triggers are, because I don't want to focus too much on your past, but I just want to get a familiarity. Again, this may not resonate with everyone, but I always feel in these readings there is a gem for everybody. What else, Spirit? And toxic. I already see it for some of you. Okay. Okay, so I'm feeling here we have say no. No is a full sentence. Stop explaining. Again, people were not meeting you at your level. Now, for some of you, I'm getting this energy. This is not going to be for all, because I try to address a lot of energies. I can't make these energies always feel like someone's a victim here, right? Sometimes there is a person who's doing it in every sign, right? We've got the positive and the negatives of each sign, right? Just like a cross watcher could come in here and say, no, that's the Taurus. That's the Taurus. They did that to me, right? And we always have that. So the other side of this is no is a full sentence. Stop explaining. I feel like for some of you, for some Tauruses, there is some ego, right? And again, it's only a few I'm feeling this. So some of you had egos where there really wasn't, like, I feel like a sense of not wanting to give too much of yourself. Not give too much of yourself. And so here you need to say no. No is a full sentence. Stop explaining. I feel like some of you were very short with your words because you didn't want the investment. Maybe you were more about your passions, leaving other people feeling sad and isolated. And then within yourself, then it would be an issue in terms of how you're connecting. And so sometimes Tauruses, you have to understand how you're coming across to the people as well, the people you're dating. If you're a Taurus with some level of arrogance, because some Tauruses do have very confident energy. I don't know a Taurus who doesn't have one. So for some of you is how you're coming across. And yeah, maybe you feel they're not in your level. But again, that is also ego, and the ego can also be a blockage. Ego can be healthy or it can be toxic, and so you have to discern how you're using your ego as well. Here we have awareness. Bring awareness to others, and that's what I'm feeling like. I'm feeling like this for some of you. This is the ego of you bringing awareness to yourself, and maybe overly being confident, and maybe being the person to tell them off all the time, to be like, no, this is the way things are. And so here we have senses. Use your intuition and sensitivity to inform yourself. And I feel like being able, again, this senses is discernment. So being able to discern when it's appropriate and when it isn't appropriate. And then how it's affecting on how you're connecting with people. I mean, it's okay. You're not meant to be with everybody you meet, you guys. Seriously. It's just not how it works. I think it's the most annoying thing when, because I'm single as well, but it's the most annoying thing when people think that just because you're on a date with them, we've got to progress. No, the first date is getting to know. The second date is still getting to know. Getting a feel on each other to decide if you guys really do, especially if you're online dating, to decide if you guys naturally fit together, if you mold together, right? None of this like, oh, do this and do that. I don't know what these expectations are. I never understand them. But again, it's how we show up to people. And so I am feeling a sense for a combination of people where either energies are feeling sad and isolated, right? Because for some of you who are maybe too much in your pride and ego, it will leave you isolated, where it's there's a disconnect between you and the person, right? Because here there's a disconnect. You see how the person's upside down here, and then this person's also like all the way up here. And so it leaves you a disconnect between the people you're connecting. And so that's okay, right? That's okay to be in that acceptance. That means you also need to step up your game in terms of who you are, who you're gravitating towards, right? So let's see what's let's just move on from the past. Okay, so that's the past. We don't need to be that person. So what is the evolution here, Spirit? What is the evolution of Taurus's heart chakra? Remember, you guys, this is about empowering. So yes, shadow work needs to be addressed. I'm giving this reading a little differently, but shadow work always needs to be addressed because that's part of our evolution. So trust your soul's intelligence and the wisdom of synchronicities. And then we have boundaries. Teach people where the door is. And so again, that was one Spirit told. One of the channel messages was about boundaries. So for those of you who did have people take advantage of your kindness, did take advantage. So boundaries teach people where the door is, right? And so this is about you creating healthy boundaries, right? For some of you, the say no has to do with those healthy boundaries as well. And trusting your soul's intelligence and the wisdom of synchronicity. And this is what I was saying, that this is about you discerning who you connect with. So for some of you, right, for some of you, it's going to be your boundaries were being crossed. And for others of you is using your discernment of making sure that the people are in the same wavelength, right? Because we're not here to make people feel bad about themselves either. You know, that's just egotistically very narcissistic anyway, right? So it's rude. It's just straight up rude, right? So let's look at what the guidance is to evolve this. Spirit, what is the guidance for Taurus to evolve on the heart level? What is the guidance for Taurus to evolve on a heart level? Yeah, I mean, this makes sense, right? Do all things in moderation and face your adversities. And so for some of you, it's about facing these boundaries. Remember, your boundaries are only respected when you respect them yourselves, right? When you're consistent with them. And so for some of you facing these adversities, it may be fears, right? Fears about being judged, fears about maybe some of you, I feel like a fear of missing out. And for others of you, this do all things in moderation. Again, and for those of you who I'm feeling a little bit of that ego, it's about moderation as well, you know, understanding that you don't have to come all full force. Sometimes you've got to ease people into your confident personality as well, right? I mean, I'm not saying that we have to play small for people, but we need to understand how to balance that, because sometimes egos are people who are too high on themselves is not the most attractive quality. And we're just calling it for what it is, right? It's like, there's nothing wrong with being passionate. There's nothing wrong, but I think it's how you showcase it and how you box it, right? How you present it. It's really what matters. So Spirit, what else? What other guidance for? Let me get one more. Anything else? Okay, fine. So we have first card is keep your options open. So until you or they decide to take things to the next level, it's okay to play the field and get a chance to figure out exactly what you're looking for in a relationship. And so, okay, when this card comes out, I'm going to call it for what it is, right? Yes, it's okay to venture and date. And that's why I was saying, sometimes I wonder why Spirit gives me, sometimes the reason I use personal notes of myself, because I don't always share, but I share because I also want you guys to know I am a real person here too, right? And so this is what I was saying about taking your time with the date. Now, I'm not a dater who I don't do multi-dating. I get to know one person, I give them a few chances to show themselves, and then I make a very, very quick decision, because I'm not about dragging people along, and I am not about keep lingering people, because when I don't understand those people. I actually laugh at those people who, you know, be dating people, multiple people for a couple of weeks, and they can't make a decision. Like, that's kind of ridiculous. First of all, I don't have the time. I'm a finance manager. I work 50 hours a week. Plus I have a YouTube where I'm producing over 60 videos a week. So if I'm going to date you, that means that's time I'm not doing something else, right? And so I'm going, that means I actually like you. I'm interested to get to know you. It's about discernment. It's about using your wisdom and your experience of the energies you want to engage with and entertain and really spend time with. I don't need 5 people. Are you kidding? I don't have time. I just don't have time. And honestly, I am very decisive. I don't need to think too much. Here we have think before you act or speak. Yes, this is what I'm saying for some of you, really in this high ego. Don't jump to conclusions and make mountains out of molehills. It will only drive them away. Try to ground your emotions before acting or speaking. And I really feel this is, for some of you, again, is for those who are a little bit on that high horse, who just bring too much. And that's why Spirit is saying, do all things in moderation, right? So how much you share, in the sense of share yourself. So this is what I'm feeling like. Some people share what they do and it's so shallow. It's just ridiculously shallow, but never share themselves. And so what is the point of, hearing blah, 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 blah. It literally is like the Charlie Brown mom, blah, 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 when you date someone who just wants to talk and fan themselves. Like, it's just too much. So everything in moderation. And then unveil your true intentions. Just like I said, your true self. Reveal your intentions to steer clear from confusion and risk both getting blindsided. Wandering in the dark is not fun. So be upfront and honest with them. And that's what I'm saying with this, keeping your options open. People are not upfront, and so they waste people's time. And that says a lot about yourself and themselves. And this is, again, how you're able to filter through shallow people, because if you don't have the ability to truly reveal your intentions, and you don't have the confidence level to be able to do that, because I don't know who made up this rule that that's too much. No, everyone, especially if you're a certain age, nobody's got that time. Who's got that time? I don't know, Aries. I don't know if it's your fire energy that's making me, I don't know, Taurus. I don't know if it's your sassy energy that's making me very fiery too. But have I been saying Aries to you guys? I don't even know. God, you guys know. Anyways, Taurus, you know who I'm talking to, Taurus. So I'm sorry if I did say Aries. I am talking to Taurus. If I did, I don't know, because once I start channeling, I'm in my mode, so it's hard. Actually, no, we want to pull what the adjustments you need now. So again, you guys, really be honest. This is about revealing. I love this card because I'm going to read this again. Unveil your true intentions. This is such an issue nowadays. You reveal your intentions to steer clear from confusion and risk both getting blindsided. Wandering in the dark is not fun. So be upfront and honest with them, okay? So stop wasting people's time. And this is about respecting your space too, in your time. So we don't need to wait, right? This is also having confidence. Those who face fear of losing an opportunity, like I was saying, you don't need to wait to figure if someone's gonna share with you. That's just it. No one shares. So guess what? I honestly think there's more self-respect when you're confident in saying what you want. So let's see what's the guidance on the adjustments that Taurus needs to make. Spirit, what are the guidance and adjustments? Okay, so what do we got here for you? Start a new hobby for some of you. If there's something that you enjoy doing, do it. And that's what we have passion. For some of you, again, this stuff who felt clouded, where your connections were an interference, right? And kind of, again, because you would kind of feel like you're missing out, and you would feel a little clouded in terms of your passions, even like the investment of the emotions. So, go ahead and start that hobby. Look, we've got use discernment. And I said that a few times, seeing things for what they really are, not for what you want them to be. Exactly. plan your career, create milestones, and have a strategy to set yourself up for success. So, you know, for some of you, this is obviously career. And like I said, passion is really important, as some of you are really doing wonderful things. So, you know what? Strategize. But if you want love, again, this is about your discernment, right? See things for what they really are, not for what you want them to be. And so, again, making sure you're pairing yourself with people on the same wavelength, right? Forgiveness is for you. Forgive others and yourself because your soul deserves peace. And of course, that's part of the fears as well, right? Knowing when to forgive yourself. So anyways, let's see what your sacral is up to here, Taurus. What is the sacral for Taurus, please, Spirit? What is the sacral energy, the sexual energy? Let's see what your thirsty thoughts are here for your sacral. So we're all adults here. These can be kinky, very kinky, okay? I wouldn't mind a quickie, so come quickly. Let's lay naked and talk about each other's dreams. I mean, this is what I'm saying. Like, some of you really want to engage in connections where it's very empowering, but at the same time, it's very soft. You know, let's lay naked and talk about each other's dream. Like, you want someone who you can share. Again, this is about finding someone on the same wavelength. And for those who truly have passions and, you know, really have goals, you want someone who's gonna be on the same wavelength, that you can have this quickie. I mean, not quickie, right? Because who wants a quickie to just jump into your dreams, right? But I mean, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying, Taurus. You know. No quickies that all the time, just sometimes. Let's see. What else? I want to get one more for this. Yeah. Bend me over and punish me. And so this is what I'm saying. Like, there is some passion here, some really hot, and then there's softness. You've got a combination of hot, and then soft. So let's see how we're going to transmute this energy, healing energy here. You know, and what I'm getting from this bend me over and punish me is, for those of you who because you guys, I mean, Taurus, you've got passion here. So this obviously is passion throughout your energy. But for those of you who do embark in entrepreneurship, have lots of goals, and are busy all the time, and like kind of like always needing to be on your A game, this message here, bend me over and punish me, you know, when in your intimate, you know, and wanting to express yourself through your sacral, sometimes you want to take a step back and actually be submissive, right? Not have to be the person to step in all the time. And like, it's like you're doing that in the outside, but when it comes to your you know, you behind the closed doors and embracing the sensuality of you kind of want to be submissive sometimes, you know, and like be taken and like devoured, you know. So let's see, for some of you, how to transmute this sacral energy. So what is the healing energy to transmute this sacral here, Spirit? Thank you. Let's see, what's the healing energy? Lanes. Yes, you guys, I already know what this means. I do not compare myself to other people on this journey of life. I stay in my own lane and let others do the same. And this is what I'm saying. Date people on your same wavelength. This is about truly, truly dating people on your same wavelength, Taurus. So, you know, you got to find that balance. You know, some of you really do feel like you're not connecting with others, and it has a lot to do with you understanding your own wavelength and what your lane is, and then gravitating to those people who are on the same page, right? So let's see who's coming in. Who is this exciting energy? What is the exciting energy in love for Taurus? What is coming in for Taurus, please? Thank you. What is coming in for love for Taurus? So we have, make the effort. And what do we got in the bottom? Attraction and honeymoon. So, okay, not so wonderful, because this has a lot to do with who you're attracting. So basically, Spirit is saying this is about you really I think, fine-tuning, because there's so much action for some of you going on in your lives. This is about you guys truly fine-tuning and getting an understanding, making this effort for yourself of who you're going to attract, right? What your wavelength, who you're bringing in, and what are the energies you attract back to yourself. So let's see some timing here for you. What is the timing for meeting new love for Taurus, please? You know, this, as soon as you guys make this effort, then you will attract this person. Wow, February, I swear to God, you guys could be meeting an Aries. Wow. And as I think that the answer is yes. So some of you may be meeting a fire sign, for all you know. Let's see some signs. These are such little cards, but these are signs, and I want to see what are the signs for Taurus. So February is a big month for some of the signs already. You got another Taurus. What else, Spirit? What other signs for Taurus? So you guys can be meeting another Taurus. And then what do we got here? Gemini. So we've got Gemini and another fire sign. So, and you know, could be that fire sign I was feeling. And if I was saying Aries, again, we guys can be meeting an Aries. If I did accidentally say Aries, there's a reason, because you know there's all this fire energy, so it feels always so Aries. But Taurus, Gemini, and a fire sign for some of you. So this is about making an effort. February, I mean, a lot of you are probably going to be going on dates. So, you know, this is about you making sure you're on the same wavelength. So make the effort, take your time. You know, for those that are going on dates, take your time. Make sure they are matching you on your energy here. Okay, so this is your reading, Taurus. Thank you for stopping by here at Larisa Lili Temperance. Please like, share, subscribe, click that bell button if you enjoy my frequency. But with that said, live always relentlessly in striving aspiration. This is the evolution of your soul, and I'm here to nurture you. Until next message. Bye.